In progress.
Hola.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Kiki.
Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Feeling
Been
good.
doing housework.
Yes, very good, very good. Okay. Let me pull up. So I know some of you I invited everybody really from, I'm pretty sure some might come in later, but from the program to be in the space of dancepreneur, just because, like I said, there's no like this and that. It's like we are doing both. Um, it's either now or later. So you know what I'm saying? If you want to learn now and then execute later, that's cool. But I would be doing everybody a disservice if I just only talked about dance and like that's it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yo, I just saw they got another ad with Old Navy. I don't know if y'all seen it. Just like we doing something right. Yo, what? No, I'm talking about yes. Old Navy got a whole dance ads. They got multiple. So it's Gap we done seen. It's a lot. But and there's no artist, so yeah, straight commercial, straight brands. I love it. Okay, so I want to just kind of ask every week we kind of just do check-ins also, just to see where we are and if there's any questions anybody might have in regard to just their business and some ideas, anything you think would be helpful or beneficial, moving forward. But some of you may or may not have your business, but I do like to do check-ins. So I'll start. Oh, I'm letting people in. So ironically, Robin is coming in. So it's cool because when y'all like mention your business or hey Robin, I'm about to talk about you, but when y'all mention your businesses to people that you do or are trying to like start or whatever outside of the dance stuff, like we know that's there, that's never going anywhere. You never have to worry about people only thinking about you for your business and not dance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to like make sure that, hey, so like I'm saying, I do this and I don't no, like I know you do both. So if anything ever comes up that it fits the dance life, yeah, you're gonna get submitted for it, whatever, refer and all that. But if there's something that fits your business where we can like put that to use or figure out how to like help make that better, bigger, whatever, that's the whole goal. So an artist that we're working with needs, like travel information, like trying to book flights and, for dancers. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That ain't my lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to sending over the date of birth and name, full legal names, and then y'all handle all of the travel. But in this situation, it's kind of like everybody is all hands on deck. So I know that Robin is like, yeah, I want to work on doing like travel accommodations for like artists, dancers, yada, yada, yada. Like that's a service that is very much needed that anybody, no matter what you do, you're traveling at some point. You are either looking up flights or you are booking your own flight, hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talked about y'all booking VMAs and preparing to do your own flight out, like you're doing that anyway. So when you know somebody that does that or that's their thing, that's their business, then that's a great way to just start utilizing your resources that's within like the community. So I put her to it. I was like, hey, I need you to find some flights, some hotel, just so that you can practice whatever it is that you are saying that you want to do on the outside, outside of whatever it is with dance. So like if you do styling, or if you know what I'm saying, you like, hey, like, okay, Altrell's a great example. Like he cuts hair, so he can easily get another gig, cutting somebody's hair. It could be an artist, it could be, dancers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole situation. So whatever your business is, don't limit it to just people outside of the community, but also like tell everybody what you want to do, because they're going to remember, like, oh yeah, I remember you said, you know what I'm saying? I hit up I definitely hit Charm, because he said his dad or his uncle had Airbnbs in New York. And anytime, he said anytime he might need to go to New York, his uncle told him to hit him. So I actually was like, well, that's good for me to know, because there's a resource there. So we did hit him, but his Airbnb is booked up till December, which got me to thinking, wow, till December. He's got 3. What?
That's still in my head. Like, that's crazy.
You got 3 Airbnbs? So imagine if, okay, so I just want to put this out there. So imagine this is something I actually kind of, before Airbnb was a thing, I purchased a townhome with money that I had saved from like going on tour in Atlanta or in Lackawanna. And I remember like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try to put somebody in the townhouse and, like obviously collect rent. But it's the same concept. I'm just thinking like, if we can figure out ways of creating passive income. So imagine if you do get a job and it does, pay out, an amount that is desirable for you to be able to eventually put down a down payment, or, purchase something that you can create passive income for. So that was just another reminder when he told me, yeah, it's booked out till December. I'm like, yeah, we have to be really smart. That is so amazing to have that type of business. Imagine having that on the side while you are able to do your tour or your other dance job, choreography gig, whatever. There's something else over here. Now, the house and the Airbnb is, that's a great example, but there's other things in place that we can create. So one other one I found out about was, I feel like some of you guys will eventually will hear about it. I don't know if you heard of an app called Moved. And they do like, let's say you teach classes regularly, you can actually put your class on this app, and that's it. You literally don't even have to teach it or nothing like that. You literally just talk over it and say like what the counts are. So this is an app now that where you can actually make residual from work you already did. Like I've already put in the sweat and taught the class, and what I'm saying, whatever, I got paid, whatever for that class, and then it's over. There's no residual from that work. How do we create a residual income from something I've already done? Similar to when you do a TV show, movie, you get residuals when it comes out on streaming, whatever. That's residual income for the rest of your life, as long as it's streaming. What else can we do to create residual income, passive income? Okay, they got the Airbnb. Great. Okay, there's an app that has oh, Nikki, you definitely can do this. There's an app that can actually post my classes. All I got to do is talk over it. People will purchase your class, learn the routine, and it's in an app. So there's like a residual income based on purchases. I don't have to teach a class again. It's already taught. I already did it. It's done. Posted. Next. Now you can go create more classes to post more later. So you're like, all right, cool. I did all that. So that's something that can create income. So we got to start thinking about all of the ways that we can create something that I can make money in my sleep. I've had this conversation with definitely people in my media circle, because I know like everybody works really hard, but we got to start thinking smart, working smarter also. Like I'm not a singer, so I don't have no songs on iTunes and Apple Music, none of that to make money from like, publishing. No, I don't have that. So what can we do using our skills and talents to create something residual outside of television and film? how do we do that? What platforms can we use? What other resources can we create? I think about Othan, like she just opened up her fashion rental house, like a fashion house for all of like her clothes, and she rents them out. So like one jacket can be rented out multiple times to, you know what I'm saying, different people, but it's just the one jacket. So like maybe she made that purchase, but imagine her being able to do residual income with multiple people using that same one jacket. And then think about all the pieces that she can do that with. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like that's smart. It's residual, passive. So that's something that y'all have got to figure out. You know, I did an ebook, like you do one thing one time and then figure out how do I continue to like utilize this one product or this one whatever over and over again. Because we're not that we're limited, but you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm not a singer, so I don't have albums out. You know, people like that, they're like, oh yeah, that I get checks in the mail for publishing and yada yada yada. I'm like, yeah, dancers don't have that. Unfortunately, once they put us, you know, we get buyouts for music videos. So you won't ever see residuals from music videos, even though it's like 8 million views for their video shoot, but they are making residuals on YouTube. We won't. We will never. It's rare. I can't even think of anybody that's been getting residuals from a music video. They just really kind of don't exist. But you know, similar. Okay, let's think about Instagram, social media. At one point, they had like bonus reels, and they was paying out people money for that. Like if you get a certain number of views, reels. So like there is a space there for monetization. But even YouTube, yes, you can get your own type of monetization with like you have a YouTube channel or whatever, you post your own videos. That's different. But I wanted to just kind of throw that out in the mix because I do want us to start thinking about, okay, how can I create residual income or passive income similar to something like, yeah, if I had a Airbnb or if I had, you know, Chuck, my friend Chuck in LA, like so smart. He has a home. It's got a pool, got a nice house. You know what I'm saying? He uses one of the bedrooms as Airbnb. So he actually makes passive income with that. I'm like, yeah. And he choreographs, he got a studio, got this, got that. But yeah, he like, I need to get some type of passive income for something that I already have. I've already purchased. How can I make money off of this thing? So that's like, y'all, we ain't got no options. Like this is something that we have to start to figure out how to include in our, what are we doing? What are we building to? Because outside of the dance aspect of it, there has to be something else that is linked to what we're building. In the passive income or the residual, what is your thing that you feel you can create or do, whether it's a service or a product? What is that for you that you think, like a great example would be me with, I'll say I want to create a product that anybody can purchase. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna create an app, and then you have the option, like you don't have to do this program, but you can purchase something out of it or whatever, class, or you know, you can just get the online course by itself and not ever talk to me directly. So I'm trying to always think of like ways to still be doing what I'm doing, but you know, there has to be another means to make money and create an income long term that will make sense for you. So, you know, you don't have to, I'm not telling you to have all this figured out today, but you know, like Nikki's a great example. Like she does her heels classes in Detroit, and I think that there's something there that you can start to think about for your brand that is long term. You know, I'm pretty sure there's classes and there's people that maybe haven't had a chance to learn from you directly, but they in another state and they definitely want to take your class. So how do I get my classes available to you for purchase? Yes, how do I do that? What platform is that? What does that look like? Because you've already done the work. So now that I've done the work, how can I resell this product out or this service that I have? Obviously merch is a big thing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody love a t-shirt, good t-shirt, or a cat, whatever, like whatever, what's your merch? What's something that you think you can sell with your brand that people would want to buy? That is just chilling, sitting, and you ain't got to think about it. It could be print on demand, it could be whatever, but it's something that is that makes sense for you long term, that is just there. Because we have to create 24 streams of income. I keep saying 24 because it blew me away when they said 24. I was like, 24? What? How do you get to 24? I mean, okay, so yeah, we got to start thinking about that. 24. All right, now you ain't got to figure out 24 today, but let's get to 3, you know what I'm saying? Get to 4. And they're all not big things either. Don't think everything has to be like this big amount of income. I'm like, no, it's literally small things. It could be subscriptions. You know, I know Instagram has subscriptions. Fanbase is a really great app that does person-to-person subscriptions. You get money through your posts, like love, they call it loves. So you can make money on that app simply posting what you already post on Instagram. Just post and like you can make money just literally doing that. That's it. So being more conscious and aware of what we are putting our energy in and behind, is this what I'm doing benefiting me like long term? Is this like making sense for me in my goals of what I'm trying to do like long term? So yeah, so let me hop and ask anybody that what are some things that you're working on, or give me some updates with everybody, or you can be like, I don't know yet, still I'm trying to figure it out. We can definitely help with any ideas if you want any help in regard to just kind of like next steps. But I'm gonna type, it's called Move. I'm gonna type the name of that app. It's called Moved. I'm gonna send the actual link. Okay, anybody want to share?
I have a question, Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have all your businesses with one bank?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I mean, it's only PNC and actually PNC's Truist and Bank of America.
Okay.
Because well, it ain't really, you ain't gotta have no business to have more than one bank. Even if you have personal, like, and some of my personals are in different like credit unions, but you should just have it. I've heard everybody say like you should not have one bank where all of your money is going. You definitely want to kind of diversify that. So even if you have a few, like at least 2 different ones, that's like smart to do, just in case. You know what I'm saying? It's weird out here. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they said, I don't know, they're talking about with Chase Bank or Wells Fargo. I don't know. It's weird. Folks getting deposits and withdrawals and like what? Okay, but yeah, anybody else want to share?
I share.
Mhm.
So, it's funny that you brought up like the merch and everything like that, because I used to have a whole like dancewear line. It was like stage wear and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
had it for like a year, and then I like stopped doing it because it was starting to get a little overwhelming trying to like work, dance, do all that. But like now, like I'm ready. I'm working on getting that like started back, which is really funny that you brought that up because it was pretty well received too. Like
Mhm.
it wasn't like I wasn't selling it. It was just like it was getting a little overwhelming because like that's
Yeah,
a whole nother business on top of
I
what we
know.
on
It's a
top
whole
of.
nother business. I
Yes.
mean, it is. I mean, I'm glad you are saying it in that way because it is literally a whole nother business. But imagine, you know, I shouldn't even downplay it. Like, you know, little merch line, like apparel and merch and clothes, like that's a whole business. So you do have to have to keep that in mind. But imagine that being something that is very lucrative for you if you know, like you built your following and your community of dancers and like, you know, ladies, and you might have like meaning behind the merch or whatever that reaches beyond dancers, female dancers, that's like people that's all across the country. Imagine selling your stuff overseas. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
a big deal. So
Yeah. And
it
then
is a business.
yeah, but no, you're right though. Like it's like you got to start thinking bigger though, because like you don't want to just be stagnant. Like, okay, like that's cool, but like think about, like you said, like residual income. You could be making way more,
Yeah.
be able to do more for your brand and everything like that because it's more of a budget. So
Yeah.
I definitely agree. And then I had a question.
Mhm.
So I just recently I am able to do subscriptions, but like I'm so confused on what I could even do with that, to be honest. I don't know if there's any ideas or anything like that, because like I don't really know what's even new. I'm sure I'm not the only person here who got offered that and it might not be using it, but I don't really know that.
Talk about on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah.
I would so subscriptions, you want to make it feel like it's exclusive for your subscribers. So like the stuff that you post for everybody, that's cool. But let's say you want to do a post that's super private or super like behind the scenes. Like if it's something like people be nosy. So they want to know what's going on. What's happening? What's the thing that you probably would not post? That's what you want to do for the subscribers. That's the post that you would make for the subscribers. It could be something that you talking about your process of preparing for class, or you know, like something. Figure out what's the thing that you think all of your following or your community would want to see or know about that they don't know or haven't seen, and you show them more of that, and then you make it have value, whatever that is. Everybody's would be different, but if you offer something, like but you can also show it on your main page first, like, hey guys, if you want to come with me behind the scenes. Like my thing was always, okay, I'm going on set. People don't know nothing about television and film, so they're like, shit, I want to know what that is, you know, which makes me think I need to do that again. But like, you're like, okay, y'all want to come on set with me? I'm gonna take you behind the scenes, yada yada yada. Do like a snippet and then like cut it off, and then to see the rest, subscribe, yada, 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 click the button in my link, blah, blah, blah. So those kind of things, and y'all can do that, because I mean, between dancing and just, you know what I'm saying, like some of the stuff nobody knows. Y'all, nobody be seeing none of the stuff we be doing for real, for real. But just that people, like, one thing about right now, the world that we're living in, because of like AI and all that stuff, think about streamers, think about people that got, like, it's crazy. How can I create that for myself, like, but be intentional about it? So if you are always like, hey y'all, I know y'all want to see yada 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 yada, make sure you subscribe, blah, blah, and then you can either set the phone up or have somebody else like kind of film a little bit. It don't have to be a lot, just enough to be like, oh, I want to know, you know what I'm saying, what else going on. Just seeing the environment, because right now you probably only post your final class, like the edit, right? So that's what everybody sees. But imagine you showing your process of teaching, or like just you know what I'm saying, the talks you might have with the group, or something that feels intimate, it feels exclusive. You know, that's what people will buy, because they want to know. I want to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Don.
Oh yeah, I was gonna tell her the same thing. More like just making people feel like it's for them. You know, feeling special. It could be behind the scenes, you making choreo, you giving them dance tutorials. Pretty much anything you would show. You can even do, I don't know if you work out, fitness content is real popular right now. All of that. You could just take them through your day. As far as like what I'm working on, relaunching my clothing line.
Yes.
I had talked. It's always noisy. Sorry. I had talked to you the other day about the whole LLC thing. So I already sold apparel before. It did really well. I sold out every time. So that's good. I even sold stuff in like Boston. Twitter is a big help, man. If y'all ever on Twitter for real, like I know Twitter, a lot of social media is messy, but if you got the right followers and
Yeah.
or like you follow people with a big following, they'll repost your stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how my stuff, like I was still in Houston at the time, and then I just wore my shirt to the club. Me and all my friends, we wore it to the club, and then everybody was like, "Yo, we want this shirt." So Eric just put it in the trunk of my car at the time, and people was coming outside the club buying my shirts, and
Yes.
and then we started sharing it on social media, and somebody from like Boston, San Diego, Florida, they was hitting me up, but my majority was in Texas. So right now, I took time off from it just because of like sizing, and I know like with women it's different the way the bodies are. So been getting a lot of different inputs from women. So I'm open if y'all willing to help me with that as well, because I know like the fabric can be a little bit different. My sister was telling me with the two-piece sets I saw last time, it wasn't stretchy enough. So
Mm,
some were having trouble putting the tank tops on. So I discontinued that.
okay.
But definitely looking for help with that. I'll be getting brand ambassadors this time since I understand social media a little bit better.
Mhm.
Um, and then I'm also trying to figure out like the whole LLC process right now. Is it a certain website y'all go to for it when y'all set it up? Because I seen a couple of them, and I had watched the video a few months ago.
Mhm.
Which one do y'all typically use?
So if you go to like, you gotta probably start with the Secretary of State.
Mhm.
You want it in Georgia?
I guess. Yeah.
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to establish your business in a certain state, you just have to
Yeah.
go to that particular website of the Secretary of
Hmm.
State. And then you want to go under, I probably should do like a video tutorial, like the steps, but you want to go under like first of all, making sure the name is available. Before I do that, I actually go to like you got to do like a business search and type in whatever the name of your business is and make sure it's available. And
Hmm.
also tentatively like the domain name. So if you're thinking like eventually you're gonna have a website, you can go to like GoDaddy and just make sure that the name is available. But if it's available in the business search, you should be fine. And then you're like registering like a new business. And then it's gonna take you through all those steps. Like you'll have to give possibly 2 to 3 options of other names in case that name isn't available. And then you just filling in your basic information. And then once it's done, you pay for it. And then from there, you can go to the IRS.gov to get your EIN number. And then after that, you good. You got the EIN number. That's when you can go open up your bank account and kind of get started from there. But I'm gonna try to see if I can find like just a step. I can do that. I'll get like a step by step.
With that bank account, do I have to have some kind of history already, or I just open it?
Nope. As long as you got something to deposit in it, it literally can have no history, nothing. You haven't done any business at all, and you can just open it. And then you would just need like copies of the registration from the Secretary of State. You need to wait until you get it. It'll come in the mail, or you'll get an email letting you know like you
Mhm.
officially have that name registered. And then once you get that, then you can go to the bank and get everything.
Okay. What's your opinion on Shopify? Because one of my friends, she owns a boutique and she uses Shopify, and
Yeah,
she
I don't
sent
have
me
Shopify,
something.
but if I had a product, absolutely, I'll be on there because I'll be seeing how they be getting all them cha-chings when they sell a product. I'd be like, yeah, Shopify is. I've done
Yeah.
people before, but yeah, no, it's a great, and it's easy. Everybody that uses it says it's like no work in a sense of like you're not. It's doing the work for you. If you
Hmm.
do the packaging and all that kind of stuff, I think that it's a little different. But they do have like the print on demand stuff or like the products. Like it's not you not have to you ain't got to store, depends on what you're selling. Some of it you do yourself, but then some of it is already like a company that does all the shipping and stuff for you.
Oh yeah, well it would be the clothing, so I would do all the packaging.
Yeah.
So I know where to get the custom labels and all of that.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
cool.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead, Merritt.
Hey, greetings everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey, hey.
Kiki. Hey yo, Don, that's dope, bro. That reminded me of I don't know if y'all watch Bel Air on Peacock, but they got
Yes.
that you selling your shirts out of the trunk reminded me of Black Says. That was dope.
Yeah, Black says yes. Oh, that show is so good.
Man, I was
Yeah.
trying to move like Master P.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's how you do it. Shoot.
Uh-huh.
Out the trunk.
So yeah, one thing I really I have more content that I'm about to drop, but I really want to get super serious with the whole vegan hype man, the vegan hype man brand. I
Yeah.
never thought about like being a chef or anything like that, or like doing food, but the vegan queso was really a great run, and it was
Yeah.
as well, and I got a lot of great feedback and people like asking for that. So I think that's something that I might really take serious, is like becoming a vendor, and I think like
Yeah.
my personality being in different settings will kind of help the brand launch. But keeping it simple with just like vegan queso, like kind of like Super Bowl food, like finger
Yeah.
foods rather
Yeah.
than like meals. You know what I'm saying? I think people like hors d'oeuvres and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I did create a logo as well. So I know I'm the vegan hype man, but I also have a logo that says the vegan hype squad. So like that way there can be like a community of people, like the vegan hype squad, and it's like, oh yeah, that's the vegan hype man, but we support them by being the vegan hype squad. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a great merch idea to like come up with different designs for that. And then also too, for people who are just vegan or just like vegan food, they can just be like, oh yeah, I'm with the vegan hype squad.
Yeah.
So idea that I had as well too. So I want to create merch for that. My target, I'm not trying to wait, but I did want, my page is starting to build now, and I really want to push Tabitha Brown. I want to like find a way to get on her team. One, she's from North Carolina, like I am as well too. I actually know of, and I have it written down, of mutual people that like my mom knows a lady that's from our hometown that knows her.
Mm.
And one of my childhood best friends, his dad is from the same city as her. So I'm planning a way to just like attack and just like get her attention for real
Absolutely.
and be on her team. Not only that she's vegan, but like her personality and her like genuineness is like,
Yeah.
I feel like with me specifically so much. So just finding a way to be on her team. I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out specifically what I can offer
Yeah.
as far as her, but I know that I have many gifts. So whether it's like either pushing the vegan hype man brand with her, like pushing, I know some of her brands are in Target, so I'm going to create some content around that,
Mm-hmm.
help her push that. But like, I know that she has like TV shows, whether it's me like working on set or like being her hype man for one of her TV shows, or something like that. I'm just trying to figure out a way to get in there for real.
You got to get the product to her. That's how a lot of people get on. Like when she does I don't know if it's on Fridays, there's a certain day when she does different product, like like reviews or whatever. Like my soror, her earrings, I don't know how they were sent to her. I don't know how she got them, but she did a whole review on her earrings and literally her took off.
Took off. That's right. That's right.
Yes. So I know people always, you got to get it to her. I don't know how, but that's how you got to figure out, how do I get my stuff to her? Like, what is that thing? She might have, I'm pretty sure they have some type of link or email or something that lets people, if they want to send stuff to her, because I feel like she's always like, oh yeah, I got some stuff, and like they got a table stuff. They just going through different merch and like products or whatever. If there's a way to figure out how to get, and then using the North Carolina, oh yeah, you gotta blow that up, like
Yeah.
my hometown, and just be persistent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it no one time, because people will tag her or her husband, whoever I gotta get to.
Right. Daughter.
Like, I need you, hey Tab, yo, I'm telling you, you got to get my, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that will reach her. For sure.
Yeah, it's time. It's definitely something that
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I want to work. That's what I want my 9 to 5 to be like these next like, especially now that I'm in the program, like just figuring out, like using this time now,
Yeah.
like prepare and like push that for real. And I want to push it, like you said, be persistent with it as well too. So that's
Yeah.
kind of where my mind is with everything right now.
Yeah, I love it. Just keep doing, try to keep finding the connections, like putting the dots together. That's honestly, y'all, that's how a lot of stuff for me happens. It's not directly from the thing. It's like me putting dots together. I'm hitting up somebody that knows somebody that got a connection that can get my stuff to whoever. Like and however I got to do to get that I'm figuring out the puzzle. But it's never gonna be like I got a direct line of communication with Tabitha. Nah, like oh boy, somebody, and then bam, I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, I feel like that is absolutely possible.
For sure.
She gonna be like, ooh, Mary. I always like, this tastes so good. Ooh, yeah, you know how she be like,
Yeah, for real.
oh, but that's my business. Yo, for real. You should get like the squad, get a bunch of y'all, like how you did that video for me for the TikTok.
Oh yeah,
Like something like that and tagging her. I mean, you're so creative, Mary. I don't think that's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Definitely, that's gonna be like, okay, done. That's easy.
Yeah.
The creative part is gonna be easy, but you can definitely figure out a way to let her find you.
It feels good to, like you said in our last Zoom meeting, it feels good, or you might have said it in this one. It feels good to just say it now to you all. It's a different type of accountability rather than me just keeping it to myself and like and like one of those things where I think the last Zoom is like when you say something, it's like, all right, now people gonna be waiting to see, like, you got to do it, like.
No, yeah. Well, yeah,
So.
no, I mean, I think I feel like that's more when you are like necessarily like in the public and you like, hey, I'm gonna do this video versus like this is a safe space and we're bouncing off ideas and creatives, but yeah, you still need to like speak it. Or now that we all know, like, oh yeah, you got a product, you trying to get up to Tabitha. Yeah, I can definitely hit my homegirl like, hey, how did you get your earrings to her? What's the process? And she's like, oh yeah, all you gotta do is do. Okay, cool. I'm bringing it back to you. Like, okay, she said she did this. See if that works. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Like, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Trust me, you're gonna have to. Everybody. I don't expect everybody to do stuff on their own, and I definitely know I can't do it on my own. If I have a resource or like my idea, I think you should try this. Or somebody told me they did this and it worked for them. It's like, yeah, why not?
Who know who for real? These right. Appreciate it.
Yep. Go ahead, Kyla.
Hey y'all. Okay, so last week I was talking about how I'm starting to switch over. I feel like I want to be more of like a influencer on the side of makeup and less of like a makeup artist. I was doing some thinking and I was talking with Sin actually and telling her about the idea, and she was like, what if you did like series? And so when she said that, like, it made me think about how Gap has the commercial and the trash bag commercial and all that stuff. And it was like, well, if I have series that are like makeup looks inspired by Lay's chips, and I just do like each flavor of Lay's, and each one has a different like makeup look inspired by like stuff like that, to where I'm getting attention of like brands that are not just necessarily makeup brands.
Okay, you know who you should do? You should do Rap Snacks. I have a contact at Rap Snacks, literally.
Okay.
And that's fire because that's like, a lot of urban rappers and stuff like that, artists or whatever. But same concept with the flavors. I got 3 contacts right now. I was supposed to have my opening with Rap Snacks at the studio. So that's easy.
Okay.
You do it?
I'm on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire.
Okay. And then the other thing that I was just thinking about while we've been on this Zoom is that, so when I was born, I had really bad eczema. My entire body was covered in like flaky skin and I lost all of my hair. And then so my mom, like, as I was growing up, she tried everything, trying to clear my skin up. And then finally she found a regimen that like helped my skin. Then I got into like the preteen, early teen age, and I had really bad acne. And so recently, maybe like a year ago, I finally like found a regimen that like helps, that works. And then so recently, like within the past maybe like 3 or 4 months, people have actually been asking me like, hey, like what is your skincare routine? Like what do you do like
Oh,
out? And then so like as somebody who has struggled with it, it's like, oh, like I didn't realize, like if this is something that people are interested in, how can I make this a benefit for me? And so basically just I need to figure out a way that I can market it, because like I know we're saying like y'all were talking about subscriptions earlier, but like I'm also thinking like, is that something that I would buy? Like I'm trying to find a way to put it in a form of something that I would buy, whether it's like a tutorial or like actual like products. Like I
product.
don't know where
Yes,
to go
ma'am.
with that idea. It's in the early stages, but
Yes, actual product. Do you know who Arturo's wife is?
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. She came up with a formula, put together. I mean, the rest is history.
Yeah.
The rest is history. She can't keep it on like it's a ridiculous amount of orders. So whatever that is, it's a product that is a need. You are giving something that people want, they will buy it. Yeah, they will buy it. And you got like proof of concept because it works. So just start, I would definitely start, you should start thinking about maybe figuring out how to give out samples or something that you can package just to start. And do like as like gifts, whatever, for some type of like little function somewhere in a space that makes sense. Like if it's a girls, whatever, you give out, or guys, if whatever, whoever, if it's for girls and guys, but figure out how to give out the samples and ask all of them to give you like reviews about it, so that you can start getting like testimonials. But if it's something that people like, oh, I need to buy some more, got it. You got one, and then you figure out how to make that where it's something that is making money on its own. It's like, oh, I got 3 orders in today. Oh, I got 10 orders in today. Oh, I got, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, I like it. And then we're gonna support, you know what I'm saying? Then you have people that really like, yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. What is it? You people, we all want to support each other. That's the whole thing with the community. Everybody ain't just supporting of dance. Like, no, I support your business. I support your other dreams that you have, you know what I'm saying? That's there. And that it is something that is helpful or it's beneficial to the community. Like, yes, I will definitely buy it. I will definitely buy it. And then we telling all our friends. So that's how people like small businesses or people that come up with stuff like, oh yeah, I just had this stuff and I, in my house and I put it together and yada yada yada. And then it just went crazy. Everybody was buying it up. You be hearing them stories. Yeah, that's all it is. Yes, I love it. I'm excited for that one.
Thanks, y'all. I see y'all coming.
Mhm. Anybody else? Yeah. And then I know last week you was talking about like the tutorial stuff with like TikTok. I know TikTok is really big with the whole tutorials, or people do a lot of talking about whatever they're selling over there. So,
Yeah, I was about to say she put the eczema, because I grew up with eczema as well too. I stopped using creams and ointments and things in 2020, and I started going through what's called topical steroid withdrawal. So right away, you got a customer. If you're telling me something worked for you already, but I know, like she said on TikTok, like that specifically, that community, like people, it's so many. I'm in a Facebook group of like 30,000 people. So like one post can get you like 30,000 views of people that's resolution. Help with that, I can definitely help you like get that out there, people. And then too, the natural route is so important because even things that work that have a whole bunch of chemicals in it, it's like you kind of lose trust because you just like, I don't really trust doctors and I don't really trust words that I can't even spell for real no more. So you got like organic ingredients, people really want to like, that's the route people really want to take. So if you need help with that, let me know. Definitely. One, I'm interested in the product, and two, if you need help pushing it out, I can help you.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll be in touch.
See what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine this all the time. That's how I felt at InvestFest. I was just like, yo, everybody, there's something that I need that somebody here can help me out with or sell or produce or whatever. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? This is a smaller community, but look, just like that. He's like, he in a community with 30,000 people talking. What? Yeah, get the product. Go ahead. You already, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get the product. I love it. I love it. Okay. Okay. Who else want to share? Asia, Robin, Brandy.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
So it's funny because like I feel like me and Merrick talked about stuff like this like months ago. Cause with me, I feel like there'd be so much I'd be wanting to do sometimes. And then I just be like, okay, wait, you gotta narrow it down a little bit. Like, what you trying to do, sis? And so for one, I was telling him like at one point I was working with they're really big like overseas and they're trying to I guess like create an audience here, but I was working with like this health and lifestyle kind of like brand, being their like brand ambassador. So I was getting like free products and stuff and having to create content for them. And then right now I'm actually, I don't know if y'all heard of Sugar Shane's. It's like a local like dessert store here, but I be doing content for them too. And I'm like, I like doing content. And it's so funny because when I did my last video for them, all of my friends were like, Asia, you have such like a calming voice. Like I can just, and at first I was so nervous because I'm like, am I gonna sound crazy up here? But like, I really want to start doing like UGC, which is user generated content. And like, you don't have to be at the forefront of everything. Like I don't have to post it on my page.
Oh,
I make it,
yes.
the B-roll, get it over to companies. And I was telling Mary about that. But I know that also means just like, because sometimes like, where do I start? And people are always like, what's a product in your house that you love? Like, I love smelling good. I love lotions, like stuff like that, where they're like, just make the content, Asia, and just send it out. Like, and people can get paid so much for UGC. So even Nicola, that's something that you look into like later on too with like makeup and stuff. I'm about to start working at Ulta part-time and they got a discount. So I'm like, let me do that.
Yes.
And then too, I was telling Mary, because again, I'm a tall girly and I was like floating around an idea with my boyfriend, but I'm like, sometimes it's harder for me to find sweatpants for like tall girls. I'm like, what if I just like try to find something online? And I'm like, let me try to come up with a little design, get some sweatpants out here, then do the crops, the bra tops. And I've been talking about that like the past month. So I'm like, okay, now really sit down, really sit down now and just make it happen. Like do the research and do the work. So, and especially with me not working full time, I'm like, okay, sis, like get these hustles going and get this money flowing and getting stuff going. So yeah, this is definitely inspiring. So those are like my top two, like UGC and like sweatpants, attire for like taller girlies in the dance community, wearing them to class, like all the things. So yeah.
Yes, I'm here for all of that. Yo, the UGC space is canoodles, okay? So it's getting like even bigger. So what she's saying is no exaggeration. Like folks is really just getting paid to create the content for other folks' stuff, and they don't even have to post it on their page. Like they just using their stuff, and hey, I did the content, cut the check. Okay. Cut the check. If you good at content like that, man, what? Absolutely. That's good. Okay. And I can't wait to see these pants and this go ahead and get this line together. I'm the same way. I've been like talking about I want to do an apparel line. But I said when I do it, it need to be right. Cause I'm like, I'm hitting no fan. I'm like, hey, I need you to create the line. But you know what I'm saying? When I get ready for that, I'll let you know. Let me handle all this other stuff. But absolutely, you need to do that for sure. So I'm excited. I like it. Okay. Okay, let me see. Randy or Robin. Hey, Randy. So cute.
I kind of mentioned it on one of the other meetings, but like I started my business when I was 16.
Yes.
Um,
I've been doing this. Yes, ma'am. She's like,
yeah,
I understand. You tapped in. That's how Kennedy is
really,
right now. She 11. She at work right now doing nails with Blizzy. I'm like, yeah, I need you to know what other stuff we're gonna be working on to get this entrepreneurship up. So
yes, I agree.
I love it.
But like she was saying, like just dibbling dabbling with the content creating, like I was just doing it just so I can kind of have stuff to go back onto if I need. If okay, it's kind of like personal and like for business wise. So for like the business wise, I was hoping to get opportunities and like open up doors for myself and like paths that I wanted to go on. And fortunately, like one time I had got a DM from a company and I've never been like a collaborator. So like it was my first time ever collaborating with somebody and I just took that opportunity and it just so happened to be me getting a free wig because I had just started, don't know why my camera's doing that, but I had just started doing hair. And you know, sometimes when you start your business, it feels like as if nobody's noticing you. So like at that moment, it kind of gave me the, what you can say,
Okay.
like notoriety that I needed
Oh,
in a
yeah.
way. Wait, what you say? I'm sorry.
No. You said it right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, so I ended up making the content and then the business that they love, like how I communicate and like the way I promote it, everything, and like how it was easy to just collab with me and they wanted like to stay in touch. So like I felt like that was me opening one door to get more opportunities in like that aspect of my business. And then I also have like a creative side, like when I do DIY projects, like I do a lot of custom things like I mentioned before, because I have a sister that passed away. So like and a way for me to connect is through art. So like I show art on my business page and like different ways that I can like, you know, do like anything that's trending on TikTok, I could probably like recreate it. And I'll try to promote it and like get people to get it at a lower price because that's like, you know, that's how you compete at like in the business world.
Let's go.
And oh, and then I also like ventured into TikTok content creation. Like I didn't know I had enough followers to get paid off of making TikTok videos. So
Girl.
yeah. So I just started making TikToks and I was like, this is something I love doing. So I might as well venture off into that too. But yeah.
Yes, man.
That's about it.
Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, I'm not smashing the game. So absolutely. No, I love it. Like, just be ready, even these kind of conversations, you know, because I'm not a proficient and expert in some of the stuff, and especially with TikTok. But like, if you know you like good, like people will pay, like, hey, teach me what I need to know, what I need to do. Like, even having these kind of conversations is helpful. So yeah, that's good, Randy. Okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? Smashing the game at 19. Okay, so we're gonna finish it off with Robin.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, so kind of like I mentioned to you, with the travel, since I'll be considered an independent contractor, I have to have a host agency to work under where I can have access to their suppliers and partners. So I think I had a call Monday, I had a call Thursday, and I have one Tuesday. So once I weigh my pros and cons with those three, I'll pick one and then I'll start with my LLC with the travel and then get it up and running.
Yes. I'm excited. I told her, I was like, yo, yeah, you about to be working for real because people, I know I'm one. I don't care to be trying to do flights and booking all that kind of stuff in hotel. That's like stressful. It gives me anxiety. So having that as a service for people, I don't care if you're an artist, dancer, regular person, some stuff people just don't have the time to like, you know, you can easily mess up with the name and the date of birth and like the dates and the times and oh my God, it's stressful. So I was like, yeah, you're gonna do well if you really, really go ahead. So I'm glad that she's like starting it, because I definitely hear her like, hey, might have something for you.
Yeah, you put fire up my butt Friday.
Yeah, I was like, hey, and yeah, and a lot of stuff. I mean, y'all are in entertainment, so people are always traveling. They regular people travel anyway. So imagine entertainment when you're working with artists that are having shows, and you trying to book dancers from they ain't in the same city, and it was your departure date and time and location, and oh my God, you don't leave until this day. You got to return by this time and change your flight because what? No, I don't want no problems. So I will be recommending you to everybody. So
I
that's
just want to
good.
be that
Okay.
person for dancers. Like if they
Yeah.
have that last minute flight, just call me and I'll take care of it.
Yep. She gonna be the one to go to. Okay, yeah, that was good, y'all. I'm inspired too. Shoot, thank you. I'm like, it was somebody said, I was like, yeah, I need to do that and something else. So thank y'all. This is great. And yeah, so this is kind of what this is as far as DancePreneur Collective. And then I'll see most of you guys on Tuesday for Platinum Program. All righty. Well, you guys have an amazing night. Happy Labor Day weekend. Be safe.
Yes.
Happy
Out here in
Labor
the
Day.
streets.
Thank you.
Y'all.
Bye.
See you.
Bye,
See y'all.
guys.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.